adding an anchor trolley system to my Tamarack Angler 100 kayak on this episode of Urban Upgrades. So starting out in no particular order at all, these are the things that I had and the things that I used. First off, a rivet gun. I had never actually used a rivet gun before, so it was my first time on one, and I wanted to try to see how easy they were to use, and they actually ended up being super easy. So I grabbed some silicone just to put a little bit around the holes that I was drilling in the kayak, just to give me a little bit more confidence in those holes that I drilled. You're gonna need your trolley line, and this comes in the kit, and the next few things I'll show you actually do come in the kit. The rigging ring, the Zig Zag Cleat, the snap hooks and pulleys, the pad eyes, there should be 2 of them, nuts and bolts, these were pre-bagged in the kit, and your rivets. A power drill for drilling your hole into the kayak, measuring tape, marker, and some drill bits. And that's pretty much it. So starting out, I just measured about 15 and a half or 16 inches from the front of the kayak. And here I went ahead and put the pad eye on and marked it with a Sharpie. And in this case, it was really important for the way that this kit is to mount it horizontally like this. The 732 drill bit seemed to be the perfect fit for the rivets to go right in. I tried 3/16 at first, and it wouldn't quite go in there, and then I stepped up 732 and that got it just enough to have the rivet fit in, and in which case I just put the pad eye down, put it in, and used the rivet gun to put it on. This was actually the first time I had used a rivet gun, and it was a lot easier than I expected it to be. I may not have actually pressed this one hard enough, because you can see I moved it, but I just went ahead and drilled through the pad eye on this one. That could be a huge mistake. Hopefully not. I hope it's still sealed to some degree, so hopefully that shouldn't be a problem. But I popped the second one on, and I just went ahead and took the Sharpie, just blacked that out so it looked a little cleaner. But that was it for the pad eye. Super easy to install with the rivet gun. And then I just clipped on the the clip and the pulley. And then I just repeated the process down on the other side. So again, it was like 15 and a half or 16 inches from the end of it that I was measuring, and the 732 drill bit fit perfectly into these rivets. And I just went ahead and did that on the other side as well, copying the same thing. So coming up to the cleat, this is actually where I spent a little bit more time trying to figure out where it should go. I noticed it wasn't really flat anywhere around the side of my kayak, and I knew that this is where I wanted it to go. So it took me a minute to try to find just the best spot, the best angle, and once I did, I marked it out and did the thing. So once I found it, I marked it out and went ahead and drilled in the hole for that. So it was at this point that I realized I have a bit of a problem. I couldn't get the rivet gun through the cleat deep enough to get it to work right. So I realized I was gonna have to use the nuts and bolts. So I went ahead and used 2 of the nuts and bolts from the kit to install the cleat here. I had to reach inside the kayak and put the nut on, and ended up using my silicone here to try to waterproof or watertight this to whatever degree. This could be useless for all I know, but it made me feel a little bit better at least. So I went ahead and put that on. So at this point, I just grabbed the screwdriver and hand tightened it from there. So with everything pretty much mounted on here, I went ahead and ran the rope through and grabbed the ring and tied on the rope. And the instructions recommend a bowline knot or something similar. I think that's what I'm tying right here, is a bowline knot. And so here I'm just trying to find the right tension and just cutting the excess off, and it's pretty clean. I think one thing that I will do is install another pad eye, maybe 2 more, to hold that rope down more closer along the lines of the kayak. It seems to move pretty well from front to back, so I feel good about it. We'll have to get an anchor on it in another video and see how it works out there on the water, but for now, I'm happy with it. This passed a little bit of quarantine time. Hope you guys enjoyed.